Our first order of business is to send our thoughts and prayers to the families of those who've been killed.
But also ask that you join me in standing with our colleagues, our friends, our partners in San Bernardino who are suffering with this, and add all of our thoughts and prayers to them at this time.
All right, this is today's New York Daily News, condemning Republicans who say things like thoughts and prayers are with the victims of California. So I'm awaiting tomorrow's and seeing whether they quote the president and the Attorney General of the United States talking about thoughts and prayers. I mean, that is fair and balanced, right? If it seems like empty words to this paper when Republicans say it, I'm sure it's going to seem like empty words when Democrats say it. But that's what makes this so ridiculously stupid, right? Dr. Alveda King, the niece of Martin Luther King and the daughter of A.D. King. What that paper is saying, as you know by now, is that words don't do anything. And it's all but saying, you know, God isn't fixing this. In fact, that's what they said. What'd you make of that?
Neil, when I saw the front page of that paper and the words, God is not going to fix this, I realized immediately that people just don't have an understanding of what prayer is. And we certainly must pray for the families, the colleagues, and the friends of those who have been slain. And prayer simply means talking to God, meditating, getting strength and direction so that we as human beings can go out and help to make the situation better. God uses people. It's not like we believe God's going to jump down out of heaven and jump in and just do it that way, but to touch our hearts. It's the same thing that we have to know that it is the human heart that causes good or evil. Some people can be violent and some people can be helpful. And so God will fix this through the hearts of human beings
Alveda, they don't buy it.
who want to make a difference.
You are a wonderful woman of God. What I like about you is you'll tick off both sides. I think God would be proud of that. But my point is, my honest point is on this, I think this really provided a window into the mainstream media's thinking. Always critical of God, always critical of those who rally around God. Either they're hypocrites or they're not really men and women of good intent. The religious right is always, you know, grilled for being just silly and hypocritical. And I think this just provided an opportunity to say it. And I think that publication went to the printer too soon because almost minutes afterwards, we got indications that this could have some terrorist elements to it that disputed the entire purpose of that cover. But I think it revealed something about the mainstream media's thinking on religion.
It actually, you're right, and it does. But it's time for us, in the face of such a cover or such an attack on prayer, on God, on Christianity, on faith, anybody's religion, you know. And so we have to stand firm and take action. And where we get our motivation from our action is through prayer. And so it's not empty, meaningless words. And so I take issue with that. We're in the face, whether they want to call it a terrorist attack or not. But this is violent, intimidating action with guns. The people who just acted in California had prepared bombs and etc. And that's why I say we do need gun control, of course, to a certain extent, but we don't need any new laws, and we don't need to disarm the people. No, I mean, then the terrorists, they're not going to give up their guns, Neil. So we have to pray, get direction, and change our hearts.
All right, well said, as only you can, Alveda. Thank you very, very much. Alveda King.
Thank you.
All right, well, you know, this issue about image and profiling, it proved itself in this story. I'm going to tell you how after this.